Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to your readings for September 2019. And I can't believe we're only 3 months away from 2020. This year is going so fast. It's been a ride and a half, a little bit like a roller coaster. It's been up and down and up and down and up and down. But I want you to notice that each of the ups is getting higher, is getting better. Each of the downs is getting less down, less low, and we're not staying there for as long. So when we look at the trajectory, right? When we look at the journey over this 8 months as we moved to September, from January, where has it been? Where has it got us? I want you just for a little moment to think back to where you were at in January. The dreams, aspirations, goals, chaos, discourse, blocks, barriers that you had back then. And I want you just for a little moment to see how far you've come. Because you have, my darlings, you've come a long way. Many of you comment, and I read all of your comments. Many of you comment, oh, it's been like this for years and years and years. And I'm completely stuck. Now, that's actually quite rare. Most of you, if you're really honest, will look at this and go, actually, things have changed. I have sorted this and I've sorted that and I'm moving towards this. I may not be where I want to be yet, but I can definitely see progress. Now, that is for the majority. And if that isn't you, my darling, I'm so sorry. Perhaps you need to look at some of the blocks and barriers, or maybe it's just timing. It's not your time yet. But trust it will come. But for the majority, and this is a general read, it's for the majority, that it's about this progression. And we have progressed. We've come a long way. The energy was moving us forward into greater love, greater freedom, more expansion, more about self, not in a negative way, but in a loving self. What do I need? What do I want? Because up until this point, many of you have focused on what your children need, what your spouse needs, what your employer needs, what your dog and cat needs, but you've forgotten about you. This year has been moving into me. I count, I matter, I've got a voice, I've got needs, I've got desires, I've got dreams. I may have forgotten a little bit about them, but I'm remembering. And that's what September is all about. We are remembering what it is that we wanted. Now, this journey from January to this point has been, for some of you, some of us, up and down, up and down, up and down. But for many of us, what we're noticing, if we actually just focus on where am I at, is that the highs, I seem to be lifting higher in a higher vibration, more loving, more kind, more generous, more aware of others. The highs are getting higher in terms of just feeling stronger within yourself. And whilst, yes, there have been lows, of course there have. This is real life, not fairyland, not Disneyland. This is real life. We have lows, we have blocks, we have hard times. Of course we do. But the way we're dealing with them is getting easier, is getting better. Those lows are not as low as they used to be. And we're not staying there as long as we used to stay there for. So we've been through this up and down. Now, July was the particular down, okay? It was taking us down for a purpose, for a reason. It was taking us into the depths of our darkness, our old stuck patterns, our old hurts, our old ways, to help us to push up out of that and say, do you know what? That's completely done. I'm not going there again. Now we're going back up. As we go into September, we've done this roller coaster, and this is life, you know. It does a little bit of lumpy, bumpy stuff. Sometimes big, massive ups and downs. But it's starting, July was a low to take you into your own personal hell so that you could sort it out. And then August, we're coming out of it. Now September, we're really coming into a peak of woohoo, things are really starting to come together. Things are really starting to come together. I'm saying it twice because that's what my angels are telling me to say. Things are starting to come together. It's Virgo season. We're going in towards the end of September into Libra season. Virgo is all about being of service, of being pedantic, looking at the details. Virgo person here, sorry, can't help it. Looking at the details, looking at perfection. I want it better. I want this right. I want that right. That needs tweaking. That needs sorting. Virgo is the sign of fixing, improving, expanding, developing. And then as we move towards the end of September into Libra season, now we're coming into harmony and balance and yay, okay? So September is a lovely, lovely month. So embrace it as such, okay? August is whoosh. We've come out of that dark July, hard work, heavy times, and we're having some fun in August. Now, September, we are really looking at where can I tweak this, improve that, sort this, but not problems, but because we've got it good now, but we want it even better. Where can I make improvements? And that's going to be the energy that's coming through, I suspect, for most of you. I haven't done any of the readings yet. This is my little pre-reading introduction. So I hope this helps. These readings are for the sun sign, but also for any of you that have a moon or a rising in that sign. So look at your sun sign and then go and have a look at your your moon and your rising as well. And as you pull the three together, it really makes a lot of sense. And also to say, and this isn't a disclaimer to try and be making excuses, sometimes the reading doesn't make a lot of sense at the beginning of the month. But by the end of the month, you look at it and go, do you know what? Damn, that was spot on. So if it doesn't make sense to you right now, particularly as I'm recording these in August, have a little look at it again at the end of September and see if it resonates then. And as it starts to resonate, that's when we start to move it really into the next phase. And that's what it's all about. Life is a journey. We don't want to stand still. It's boring. We've got to keep moving forward. All right, my darlings. So let's get into your September readings. But before I do, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for your subscribes. I mean, my channel just keeps growing and it's because of your support. Thank you so much. And thank you for sharing and commenting and liking and all of that lovely, lovely stuff. All right, my darlings, let's get into each of the 12 signs now. Hello, Scorpio. How are you for September, my lovely people? So I'm going to pull the cards live on screen, but I'm going to speed it up, so I'll see you in a minute. All righty. Well, you can't make this stuff up. I've just done Libras, and they got this, and they got this. And you saw me shuffle the cards there on screen. So there's obviously a bit of a crossover here between you and Libra on some of this. All right. But let's have a look what we've got. We've got 3 from the Tower of Dreams, the Palace of Swords, the 2 of Coins, and the 6 of Cups. We've got 3 from the Gilded Tarot, 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands, and 7 of Wands. Endings, no more, done, finished, whoop, whoop. Okay, from the Lenormand, this is your advice. We've got the Stork and the Letter. From your angels, comfort, and the energy is appreciation. All right, I want to start with the appreciation. We've got a lot to be appreciative of this month, Scorpio. And I say we because I'm Scorpio rising. Appreciation in September, appreciating where you've been, what you've been through, how you've grown, how you've changed, how the universe has been supporting you to come out of that very dark, difficult place that you have been in for a long time. And there is a real newness here of appreciation that is coming forward for you through September. You know, she's appreciating that rose that she's holding. She's appreciating everything around her. She's just in that energy of attitude of gratitude, feeling really appreciative. Now, the main thing that you're being appreciative of, I feel, are these 2 here. 10s are endings, finishes, done and dusted, done that, got the t-shirt, don't need to go back there anymore. The 10 of Wands, anxiety, stress, hardship, difficulties. 10 of Wands, more difficulties, burdens, responsibility, life being really hard work. This is what is moving out, moving away. It's already, I feel, moved away. But this is what you're appreciating this month. It's almost the absence of. All right. Now, as I'm saying that, the absence, the lack of things to stress about, the lack of the heavy burden, you are noticing and feeling that weight is lifted, that you're feeling stronger, emotionally, mentally, just feeling clearer. All right. We've got two swords together here. The swords is the way we think, our patterns, behaviors, what's going on in our head. And the Palace of Swords is a wondrous place, a wonderful place. It's an environment, so this can be home or work, or the environment in your head, that I've got space, right? This palace is up above the clouds, high up where the air is crisp and clear. There's no fog, no mist. I can think clearly, and I can feel everything settling down into a really lovely, stable place mentally, feeling clear and focused, because I have not got, for the first time in a long time, any of this heaviness going on. I can really think clearly. And that's enabling me with the Two of Coins here to start really focusing on balance, rebalancing me after all of this difficulty and hardship, all the burdens. I'm now focusing on bringing the balance back to me. Now, this balance is within the way we feel. He's naked here because he can be completely open, authentic, be his true self. He hasn't got to hide, mask anything. He can just be open and authentic, and he is calling on the light to come forth, the positivity, the security, the financial flow. He's drawing it to him to take away the last of this burden that wants to move out and away. Now, the issue that we have when we've been through a hard time for a long time is it creates a kind of pattern and belief that life is hard work, because it's been hard work. Your brain says that's the way it's been, that's the way it always will be. But actually that's a false belief. We need to let it go. So we need to recognize, and this is where the appreciation comes in, to appreciate that what we went through has made us stronger, but now we can let that go and come into this clarity and balance. All right. Now, we've got the Six of Cups with the Seven of Wands. The Six of Cups is the child card, the innocence, the play. It's also soulmates, inner child, connecting with that playful, expansive part of you. And that part of you that is assertive, because children can be quite assertive, yeah? They can be quite strong little characters, and it's stepping into that part of you that says, nope, it's mine, I'm not sharing, you're not having it, it's mine. I am defending what I have gained and grown. I'm defending my position. I'm not backing down. I know what I want, I know where I'm going, I know who I am, and I'm not backing down. All right, so there's something here that you're not backing down on. And I'm asking my angels what? And they're saying this new clarity. I'm not backing down on getting back into the burden and back into the worry because I was in the habit of worrying. No, I'm defending my new happy place, my happy place. Okay. So you're in a happy place in September, my darlings, and you are holding on to it. There is a little bit, this isn't a battle card, this is more of a stubborn card. I'm not budging. I know what I want, I know I'm right, and I'm not backing down in a very positive way. So when those negative thoughts try to pop up, going, ooh, remember me, you go, yeah, well, we're done, finished, ta-da. We had you most of last year and the year before, and for some of us, 7, 8, 10 years. We know we're done with that. We are now stepping into this comforting ourself energy and being comforted by the universe to say, that was hard. It was hard, all right? We're not trying to play any of it down. It was hard. It was tough, but it's done now. It's done now. All right, so I'm going to allow myself to be comforted from the difficulties that I've been through. This is where, you may know, as a therapist, I specialise with PTSD and trauma. And when we've been through a really difficult time, it tends to come out after the hard time has finished. It's as if the body and the mind is saying, I am now in a strong, safe place, and I'm strong enough to let all of that come up and come out. All right. We often deal with the stress after the stress is over, and the stress is over here. All right, it's finished. But what you may find is some emotional fallout residue from what you've been through before, and just recognize it, and just imagine that you're being cuddled by the angels here, saying, "We've got you, we've got you. All right, give it to me, hand it over to me, I'll get rid of it for you, because it's finished now. It's time for upgrades." The stalk is upgrades, improvements, promotions, new home, new family, new babies, new, but new in a better way. All right, this is what's wanting to come in for you in September, is new, better, bigger, brighter. Better, bigger, brighter. Fab. All right, now the letter there with it indicates news coming in. It's fairly slow moving because it's a letter, not an email, snail mail. All right, takes a bit of time, but the stalk is indicating the universe is already working on this in the background. It's working on it, it's getting it ready, and sooner or later you'll hear news, and it's going to then come into actuality. So stay in the energy of appreciation, an attitude of gratitude that this is past. Allow the balance to come in. Hold your new truth that from now on my life is getting better and better and better. Okay? All right, my darling Scorpios, I hope that helps. And I'll see you next time for more messages and guidance from the universe. Take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.